Hi, it's Dave. So a few minutes ago, I just stepped out of my 6-year-old son's room, and he was dealing with a lot of fear and kind of reservation about going to sleep. So he had his lights on, refusing to turn off his lights, and he was just kind of adamantly just saying that he didn't want to turn off his lights, and he was just going to sit there on his bed. I sat down next to him, and I was pondering like what's going on, and I asked him if he's scared, if he has any scary dreams, and he opens up and he shares that he has a scary character in his dream that's bothering him, and he's really scared to go to sleep. And this scary character is an owl, and the owl is very mean to him in his dreams, and he's scared if he falls asleep that this owl will come and do mean things to him. And as I'm talking with him, a few things come to mind, and I start to try to solve and help him overcome, right, this scary dream, but also the ability to be able to, sleep at peace. And I think this is something that's super important for everybody, especially young kids. So here's a few things I told him. I said, first, humans can tell animals what to do, right? Because here's a scary animal, because humans are a lot smarter. Humans can read and write, can create things. And of all the things that humans can create, one of the most powerful things is tools. Animals, no matter what they do, you've never seen an animal create a hammer, right? Or create a knife, or create a machine, etc. This is something that's uniquely reserved for the mind and the genius of humans. So I told my son that in his dream that he could create any type of tool he wanted to get rid of any scary character or any scary animal, and that that would kind of free him or rid him of, right, that scary character. So we started talking more, and we came up with some specific ideas. So here's this scary owl. I'm like, hey, why don't you in your dream take bear spray, which is like pepper spray, but it's meant for large animals. I'm like, why don't you take bear spray and spray it right in the owl, and the owl will never come back, because that bear spray, that pepper spray, is just crazy spicy, will make him cry, etc. And so the lights in my 6-year-old son's head started to obviously turn on, and he's like, yeah, I could take the bear spray, take off its the cover, and spray this owl character, and that would really make the owl character go away. And so we go through this thing, and then I'm like, okay, so are you okay now? Are you at peace? Can you go to sleep? And he's like, no, I'm not going to go to sleep, and I still want the light on. So then I prod a little more. I say, are there any other kind of scary characters or scary dreams? And so then he mentions this other set of characters called fire characters that really are scary, and they kind of shoot fire at him. And so I'm like, okay, what can you do to, what kind of thing can you create, right, in your dreams to make the fire characters run away or go away? And he's like, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, how about something with water? I'm like, when we go camping, what happens when we pour water on fire? And he's like, oh, the fire goes away, right? I'm like, why do you think that is? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, because water is more powerful than fire. Fire is scared of water, right? That's the last thing that they want. And so I'm like, what can you create? Can you make some type of hose or water gun to spray the fire character? And he's like, yeah, I could do that. I'm like, okay, how big do you want this hose or this water gun to be? And he's like, I want it super big, right? And he, motions like this huge size. And I'm like, okay, yeah, in your dream, you could make whatever you want, right? You're the human, able to create anything in your dream, any tool. I'm like, okay, how are you going to spray the water? And he's like, I push a button and it sprays the water on the fire characters. And so he was super excited about that. And so we go through this, and he's still not wanting to go to sleep, because he's like, oh, I'm still wanting light on. I'm like, okay, are there any more characters, or are there any other scary dreams you have? And so he goes on to mention a few more scary characters. We go through the same exercise of trying to see what he could do, in his dreams to create a tool, a machine, some type of something to rid him, right? To scare away, to send away the scary animal characters or something. After going through all of the characters, I see this complete night and day transformation in my son, where in the beginning, right, he was just kind of adamantly with the lights on, refusing to go to sleep, but not really even opening up and sharing, but just really, scared. And at the end of our conversation, he's relaxed and he's really happy and he's like empowered, knowing that there's these tools, there's these things that he could do right in his sleep to overcome right these scary situations. A lot of the stuff that I share with my son, these are just different things I've learned personally over the years with my sleep, actually, where I think there's something profound about sleep, where you can create your own kind of dreams, your own reality in a lot of ways while you sleep. I remember when I was in junior high or something, one of my friends said that they taught themselves how to fly in their dreams. And I'm like, what the heck? And it wasn't until like maybe a few years or several years later where I actually like started to try it out. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I started to like, when I have this moment of consciousness where I think it might be a dream, I actually in my dreams will try to run and try to float and actually fly in my dreams. And I got, it actually started to work. And I actually got really good at, flying in my dreams, where I had, many years of going around the world and exploring and having a ton of adventures flying in my dreams. I think there's something powerful about being able to have the tools to realize your dreams are actually an avenue, right? Where you can exercise certain control. And I think for kids, it's difficult unless they're gifted with that type of wisdom from someone else who can teach them that, yeah, there are tools that you can access, which is your creativity, right? Which is the ingenuity of man, right? To create just contraptions and devices, machines and whatever to do amazing things. And this stuff you could use in your dreams to create your own story, your own storylines, to create your own victor, lines where you are the victor, right? You are overcoming the obstacles and the scary things that come your way. Today was an interesting, just like kind of a moment, where and my 3-year-old daughter was there also, and she was sharing her scary dreams, and we were doing the same kind of exercise with her. And to see my son and my daughter kind of bonding together, but also, having the chance just to pass down some wisdom, some empowering wisdom, right? Where hopefully, this might not be the last time he'll be scared, but hey, it's a daily thing, and I think it's going to be actually a turning point, hopefully, where he will realize that, hey, he has more power than he realizes with sleep. Anyways, hope this has been helpful. If it has, go ahead, like, subscribe to this parenting channel. I talk about, different concepts of really trying to help our kids. If you are a parent, if you're not a parent, how to even pair parenting using first principles, using a different concept of really trying to get to the essence of things. All right, hope this has been helpful. We'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks.